Hello, everyone. Welcome to Spiritual Talks with Gerald. I am your host, Gerald, and we are going to jump right into an amazing topic. I was meditating the other day, and like I do most days, and I was sitting there just wanting to be present, wanting to be a part of that process, wanting to really go deep in my meditation, which I encourage everyone to do. Shout out meditation. And thoughts are popping in my head, right? Not like that was crazy. Oh my God, Joe. Yes, that's what your mind does. It thinks. Yes, it does. Here's the point, right? Where did that thought come from? And that's what this podcast this episode is going to be about today is where do the thoughts come from? Where do our thoughts? Why can't I just sit there? Who's doing, where is this coming from? Like the constant thinking, right? So I did a little analysis, and here's what it is. We're going to break down how is this thing happening, right? These thoughts, how are they coming to be? And here's the process, right? The first thing you have to do is you're going to experience, right? Here's how thinking works. Experience, knowledge, memory, and there's thought. For you note takers, please write this down because I'm jumping right in. Experience. So where do my thoughts come from, Gerald? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not even going to wait for it. We're going to dive in. How did I get right? Where does that go? Experience. Okay, here's why I'm thinking. Here's what. Experience, right? Wisdom. Experience, knowledge, memory, thought. That is how it happens. Experience, right? Knowledge, memory, thought. Experience, knowledge, memory, thought. Experience, knowledge, memory, thought. Okay? So if we can change our experiences, grab this one, we can change what the thoughts are. So this is big, right? We can change our lives. Where do thoughts come from? They come from at the base level. At the base level, thoughts come from our experiences. Thoughts come from our experiences. So what I'm thinking of, experiences. What are you choosing? What are you allowing yourself to experience? Are you having new experiences? Have you went to the same vacation for the last 5 years? Do you go to the same restaurant? Are you having new experiences? Because if you're not, right, you want to know where your thoughts are coming from and why they're so repetitive. Your experiences in life are so repetitive. If you want a different thought process, here it goes, because we want to know where did thought come from. At the root, we go to experiences, because whatever I do in life, that's my knowledge. Here's what I know. How did you know that? You had to experience. Now it's in your memory. Oh, we're going somewhere. I'm building, guys. Do you see this? I first had to have the experience. Now that experience is my personal knowledge. I know this. And now I walk around with that memory of that experience, with that knowledge. And that's my life. And we do it and repeat. Each experience is stored up inside of us. And then we relinquish those experiences to other people, places, things, etc. So if we want to change our lives, we need to change the experiences that we choose to allow ourselves to have on a daily basis. Right? We've got to cultivate and curate the spaces in which we allow our energy to share. Where you going? Where you hanging out? Right? Because I was just thinking about that before I hopped on this podcast right now. I'm like, that's why I love the beach. That's why I love sunny places. That's why I love doing things that really make me happy. Because at the back end of how and why my life shows up a certain way, it's because of my experiences. Where do thoughts come from? They come from my experiences. And if I want to change what I'm thinking about, I have to change what I expose myself to. So you mean to tell me if I hang out in nicer places like the parks and lakes and rivers, maybe I'll become calmer, like, water, and nice to the planet? I don't know, maybe, but it's worth trying out. I know that if you experience loveliness, if you choose to experience the great things in life, that's your knowledge, that's your memory, and that's what you're thinking about. Oh, come on now. If I want to control my life, I've got to control the experiences I allow or don't allow myself to have. When was the last time you went on vacation? When was the last time you did something nice for yourself? When was the last time you got your nails done, your hair did, your feet did, a haircut? Whatever the thing is, right? The experiences are shaping you, right? Once you understand that, that's the thought process. What do I think about myself is what experiences I'm choosing to have on a daily basis. That's what I think about myself. I think about what I experience. I think about what I choose to experience. And sometimes, if you're really a boring person and you don't know it's really bad, sometimes it's not even in reality. Sometimes I keep reliving the experiences in my head. Gerald, I don't go anywhere to have experiences. I know. You keep having the same trauma in your mind. You keep re-experiencing that bad moment in your mind. And you wonder why you keep thinking about it. Why it keeps showing up in your life. Why people that look like her, sound like him, look like them. That the same episodes keep showing up in your life because you keep allowing yourself to mentally have the same experience or physically go and do the same experience. Do you understand how you could change everything by the experience? Everything. I got so excited today when I was gonna do this episode because this is a life bomb, not only for me, but for you, whoever you are. Whenever you get a chance to listen to this, when God blesses you, when the universe blesses you, when Mother Nature says yes, 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 this is gonna resonate. You mean that if I change what I do, if I change where I go, if I change what I allow myself to think about, that's my knowledge, that's my memory, and that's my thoughts. I change my experience, that changes the knowledge, that changes the memories. How do I change the memories, right? How do I change the memories, right? It goes back. Experience, right? Experience is knowledge. I change the memory by changing the knowledge, by changing the experience. I can't tell you to wipe out your memory. I thought about that the other day. I really did. I thought about that the other day. I was like, it would be really cool. It'd be really cool if you could just like wipe your whole memory away. Not like where you live. Okay, maybe essential stuff. Like just where you live, what your name is, your parents, things like that. Like, but everything else, like anything in the past that isn't sustainable, just wipe it away. But you can't do that. You can't wipe away every single moment, every bad thing that happened. But here's what you can do. I found the next best replacement for wiping this, create new experience. Constantly create new experiences that drown out the trauma. Your life is so full of joy and happiness that the trauma drowns in your joy. It drowns. The trauma is just destroyed by your peace, by all the peaceful things you do, all the peaceful places you go, all the peaceful experiences you allow yourself to have, because then that's what you're constantly thinking about. If you don't place the trauma with something else that was better than what he did to you, what she did to you, what mom and dad didn't do, if you don't replace that, if you don't reparent yourself, those thoughts will constantly just be on repeat, and your life will be on repeat. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody who feels like their life is on repeat. Why do I keep experiencing the same things, Joe? Because you keep going the same places, Don. Listen, Joe, if you When was the last time you stepped out of your normal box and had a new experience to welcome in a new life, a new thought process? I'm telling you, go and have new experiences and wake your life up. That's why you keep you haven't woke your life up in 10 years, John, Sally, Lucy, wherever you are. Wake it up. Or this is it. Right? Just go ahead and write out the obituary now and sign it. You're done. Like, come on. If you're still living and you're still breathing and you want to have a better life, change your experiences. Where do thoughts come from? This is what the topic is about. Because if I can control where the thoughts come from, I can control where the thoughts go. I can control the energy behind it and everything else, right? Where do thoughts come from? Experience, right? Equals, right? Knowledge, memory, thought. Experience, knowledge, memory, thought. Experience, knowledge, memory, thought. That is why you think what you think over and over again, because the experiences. That's your knowledge, that's your memory, and that's your thought. All right. This has been an amazing episode. I hope that this has found value. I hope that you understand how valuable your experiences are. So go out and go do something. Stop taking the same way to work. Go take a new way to work. Living in Miami for like 2.5 years, I was talking to this young lady. I was dating this young lady there, and she said to me, let's take the long way. When I first moved there, she said, let's take the long way. And I said, why would we do why would we do that? It's gonna take longer. She says, I don't care. I said, what do you mean you don't care? Why? It's beautiful this way. She says, let's take the longer way. It's beautiful this way. I don't want to take the freeway. The freeway's ugly, she says. Oh, I don't want to take the freeway. The freeway is ugly. She says, let's take the prettier way. I like taking the longer way because the experience is better. She changed my life because she let me know time is irrelevant what are you going to experience? She's like, forget the freeway and getting there fast. That sucks. Can we, on the way there, on the way through life, can you at least make your experiences beautiful? On your way through life, can you at least make your experience enjoyable, even though it takes more time out of your life, even though it may be inconvenient, even though the dividend of you going out of your way to make sure that your life and your experiences are beautiful will show up in the back end, because your thoughts, the people, the places, and things will begin to reflect what you do, which is beauty, which is peace, which is love, which is all the things you really say you want in your life. But until you replace those things, until you replace the misery and discomfort and the trauma with all these loving, sorry guys, with all these loving moments and transformational times, until you replace it, guess what you're left with? The same memories from the past, the same experience, the same thought process, right? So, where do thoughts come from? Our experiences. And we're going to, as we're talking over together today, because I'm not telling you what to do. We're discussing this because I'm sure, hopefully, you're coming to your own conclusions about this as we speak. Yes. That hopefully throughout this process, you realize that, again, I'm going to change my experiences. I'm going to change the knowledge that I have, and that's going to change my memories, and then that's going to change my life. Okay. All right. Namaste. Until next time, this has been another episode of Spiritual Talks with Gerald. I am your host, Gerald. Follow us everywhere. We are on YouTube. We are on at Spiritual Talks with Gerald. We are on Apple, TikTok, Facebook. I'm everywhere. So we're so happy to have you. Continue to follow, subscribe, share the podcast. It really helps when you guys listen, don't just listen. If you liked it, don't like it, just let me know either way. If this message finds you, share it, love it. All of your support helps, okay? So thank you. I'll see you guys next time. All right, another Spiritual Talk. Later.